ready for another lesson?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Back Row Banter. It's your favorite casual movie talk podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Schwartz, and on this week's episode, we'll be talking about the movie Shaft from 2000. But of course, before we get to any of that, I'm joined today by Eyewitness Nathaniel Gingrich.
Hello, folks. I'm Eyewitness with Nathaniel. I was there. I saw it. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah. What'd you see, man? Tell me. Did you
Can't
see the Epstein files unredacted?
can't tell you.
Oh, shit.
It's too dangerous.
No one can, apparently.
Nope. Sorry. This is not a Back Row Banter exclusive. Just can't help you there. I wish I had that the intro, the Shaft intro, arguably the coolest like musical sting start thing ever. I think it's like someone strumming on a guitar like sideways or something. There's like some that kind of
Dude, it's so catchy.
and then there's definitely some sort of synth underneath it, I feel like, but
Yeah. I need that theme song in my life.
Isaac Hayes,
just walking
man.
down the street, start kicking in behind me. I mean that'd make every day better.
It's true. Yeah, instead of antidepressants,
play it in my AirPods.
People should start looking into just playing the Shaft theme wherever they go.
I mean, hey man,
something to it.
You know, there's options out there that we haven't explored yet. This could be one of them. Music's powerful, you know.
Not disagreeing.
Also joining us today, it's Shootout Ty, Tyler Badalis.
Oh, what's going on?
Getting a lot of shootouts recently, man?
No, honestly, it's just at a range or my in-laws' backyard.
Yeah.
And just shooting at targets that don't shoot back, thankfully.
Right.
I did see. I think I sent you guys. Well, I don't know if I don't. Maybe I didn't send it to Blake, but I know I sent it to you two. You two at least saw Hamilton. I sent you that where he was on the range.
Oh.
And
his him shooting the handgun clip. Yeah, I was pretty impressed by that. Wasn't expecting that.
Well, if you keep watching it, he does an assault rifle and he also does a shotgun.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this Lewis Hamilton?
I thought it.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, he went to the same gun range that Keanu Reeves went to for his training for John Wick.
I was gonna say, it looked like the exact same.
Okay.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense.
And technically, I believe a lot of celebrities go there for when they're training for like gun choreography and stuff like that for movies. So it's just like the go-to place. But it was funny because I was like, I wonder if this is like pre-Kim K or post-Kim K. Which is just hilarious.
They actually have a robot that they affix to your spine, and it puts you through the movements, and it can only do the one course and the one setup, but it just works for everyone. So,
nice.
Yeah, they've just really made a way to make a one size.
So John Wick was all fake?
It's not fake. No, I mean, their body really does it, but it's like, it's just one move or one set of moves that the same thing trains you. That's why, Keanu Reeves does it. Then they put it on Lewis Hamilton, and then he can do it too and stuff.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that.
There's a chance.
Yeah, you got enough money, they can put it on you too. Like it'll work.
Nice, dude. Let's go.
Fucking this time of year, there's only one range I'm thinking about, Tyler, and that's the driving range.
We're getting close, man. This last week we've been hitting some high 30s and the sun's peeking out a lot more throughout the day. I was on the phone with Bill the other day and it was like 40 and I was like, honestly, if it was an option, I would go golf right now on this. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Don't think any of the courses are really ready, but I would have.
No, they're not. But I would.
So excited. So excited.
Yeah.
My
it's
my
hopefully,
Instagram algorithm isn't helping because it's just showing me golf content, and it's tantalizing.
Hoping for a good season, brother.
Yeah.
Mine's been trying to
Hoping
tempt
my
me
shoulder holds up.
with weird golf like content. And not like weird in that like strange, but like it's like I got one that I sent to Tyler the other day that was like trying to tell me about a golf course in Australia that had a bunch of sharks in the water hazard.
Yes.
Oh.
And then I saw another one today
Yeah,
about
7 to be exact.
yeah. Then I saw another one today about a like Pokemon hosted a golf tournament once. And
Hey.
the
Nice.
statue was a Feraligatr that was like
It's awesome.
goopy. Yeah. So I don't know
Nice.
what my algorithm's going for at this point, but it's hitting some
That is weird golf
some
content.
niche
Yeah, that
content.
I
is,
think it knows. I think it knows that like when you go out there, you're not trying to like be better. You're just like out there for like vibes.
You're just
be
like,
out
I
there.
like playing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna feed this guy swing content. He doesn't give a shit. He just wants to go out there and hang out with the boys and like still be relatively decent at golf.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And you're a lefty, dude. Just a bunch of goofballs.
Yeah, that's true. We're naturally off by DNA, you know.
Yeah,
Slightly goofy.
true.
I'm even weirder too because I'm not a
Tyler,
full
what do you-
lefty. You know.
Right. You threw right-handed, right? Or did you bat left? You batted righty.
I throw right. I do most things right-handed. I bat, golf, and I guess play tennis left-handed. Or I just have that, version of
You
things.
swing with your left.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I shoot left-eyed. So
I think I'm the
that's about
same.
all.
Sure.
I
I
think I'm the
think my
same
left
with
is my
that.
dominant as well. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of tennis, I'm also itching to play tennis. I think I'm gonna try to play some of that this summer. And I've been
Get
itching
ready
to
for his
back to
other
that.
shoulder, Doc.
Yeah, no, I'm cooked probably. So, yeah, but
Guys,
tennis is
25.
it's
man.
rougher. Fuck, for real. It's tougher on the
Yeah,
legs
we
and the
have
knees
a-
than it is.
I was gonna
anything
say-
on the upper extremities.
That's what's going.
We
for
have
me.
we have a pickle
Yeah.
house down the street from us,
Sure.
and Leah's like a majority of injuries that come in for X-rays
Oh,
are
of
all
course.
people that are like, "Oh, I was playing pickleball. Oh, I thought I was being
Yeah.
good," and just getting fucking rocked.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you just gotta be smart, which I wasn't when I injured my shoulder.
Smart with your
but
body,
you just
man.
gotta-
You only get one.
Yeah, you gotta take care
Less.
of it.
For
a little
now.
bit.
I've seen Chappie. I
I
cried.
was like, look, unless you got a lot of money, you can probably get another
Yeah.
one somehow.
I just
they
think
can
it's
probably like grow you another one in a lab pretty soon.
if anything though, it's gonna be like Repo Man, where like you're gonna have to be like putting down payments on these organs and
Yeah,
the knees and stuff,
for
so they're
sure.
paying it off over time, and
Yeah.
then when you can't pay up, they just send the goons to come jack it back out of you, and you're just like,
Just take it
there's
right
gonna
out of you.
be-
yeah,
There's
you're
gonna
just-
be some aspect of like cyberpunk /
yeah,
like
man.
Ghost in a Shell where there's just gonna be Ripper doctors doing it for discount.
Oh, yeah.
you know, in some basement.
It'll be like the beginning of the Matrix though, where they just like put you in a van, and then they got some sort of machine that they're just like holding over you, and they're just
sucks out
sucking.
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It just sucks out your kidney or your gallbladder and puts it back in the thing. Yeah. Toss you out the side of the road. I got this vision all planned out, guys. Don't worry. My pitch is next week.
Sounds like you put a
Sharks.
lot of thought into
This is my plan.
it.
I am seeking 10% ownership in the. I don't want to be like the head honcho of this. I just want to be. Maybe I'll provide the vans for this or something. But you know,
I'm the idea guy
Sharks.
and I want royalties.
I'm not an idea guy.
I thought you were going to be the. I thought you were going to invest in the fingerless gloves, brother.
I mean, this
That's
is a
where the
side
real money is.
business.
Now you got two.
Yeah.
You
This
got
is
two
a side
investments
business.
going now. This guy,
Yeah.
God,
when capital
I don't
means
know if that
nothing,
made it.
Nathaniel's going to have it all.
I don't know
once
if
the
that made
world's a
it post-pod. I
dystopia.
don't think we were recording when we did that bit last week. So I
Oh,
don't think
yeah.
I made it post-pod. I wish it had.
Fingerless gloves, folks. You heard it here first. No one steal my idea. This is patented.
That
Yeah,
was hilarious.
Fingerless
though, the
gloves have
fingerless
never
glove.
been done before. That was funny. Anyway, rounding out the squadron today, of course, we have Mr. Big Cop BlakeHolder.
Hey, what up? What up?
Is he a co-op?
You co-op?
You a fucking quap?
Who's the
all
rat?
time.
What are they saying?
All-time
That he's
movie, man.
too black for the blue, and then
Yeah.
there's another.
Yeah, he's like black or blue. Pick one.
Pick
How
one.
about I make you both?
Both,
yeah.
Got him. And then the guy being walked into the station's like, I like the way you handled that, Shaft. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. There was at one point, I hate that I didn't commit to it. I was about 20 minutes in, and I was like, I should count how many F-bombs we get in this movie.
Oh, I think,
yeah.
But then,
it's
like,
quite a lot.
the fact that I didn't start, I was like, I'm already behind by like 30.
I'm sure there's a count on IMDb.
Let's figure it out right
I would
now.
almost guarantee
Because I mean, it's
that's in the
frequent
trivia.
in here.
Almost guarantee that's in the trivia here on the
Dude,
IMDb.
What? James Vanderbeek passed away?
He did. He did.
How terrible.
Had the cancer, man.
Dawson.
Oh, wow.
Had the
R.I.P.,
cancer.
brother.
Yeah, RP.
Did that just happen?
Yeah, it's today.
Yesterday, apparently.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Wow. I didn't see that either.
The word
Wow.
fuck is used 165 times. Sorry to interrupt there. Breaking news
Nice.
on James Vanderbeek.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Condolences,
Rest in-
though. All
yeah.
jokes aside.
Yeah, seriously.
We are a movie podcast, so yeah, definitely.
GIF game.
As far as F-bombs, you said 160 what?
165, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
That's awesome.
I mean, they're absolutely letting them run.
I mean, I would think 100 of those
Yeah.
might be Samuel.
Oh,
At
for
least.
sure.
At least. I think probably more.
Unexpected amount of the cast of The Wire in this. Are we in? We're not even into this yet. We're talking Shaft.
Yeah, we're not in it. We can fully get in. Welcome to the main review segment here. We're talking about Shaft. Nathaniel, if the listener here is new, or maybe they've just forgotten, can you give them a rundown of how our review segment works?
Doing a deep dive on Shaft. The review segment here on Back Row Banter is split into two sections. There's the non-spoiler section, then there's the spoiler section. Pretty self-explanatory. In the non-spoiler section, we'll go over the movie itself, who wrote it, who directed it, who's in it. This week it's Shaft, 2000's Shaft. Maybe the most fun title to say for movies that we've had in a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll have to go around and decide if we recommend the movie. Got to be a yes or no. There's no nuance on the internet. Then on, it's going to be spoilers. We'll go over any big spoilers for you. Or any big plot twists. If you don't want to have anything spoiled for you, you can skip over it and join us back where we'll be ranking it up on our Entropy list, which is our big list of everything we've watched on the podcast ranked. It's also tiered. So, if you want to check that out, just get some movie recommendations or something overall, you're just joining us. Easy to check how things are and where our thoughts lie on a lot of the movies we watched, or all of the movies we watched for the podcast mostly. And, yeah. With that being said, Adam, talk to me about Shaft.
I would love to. As you mentioned, this is the year 2000, the year I was born, year of the dragon. Great year. Rated R, runtime of 1 hour and 39 minutes, and an IMDb rating of 6.0 out of 10. The cast, or sorry, not cast. We don't start there. We start with the director, is Mr. John Singleton, who
Reappearing on the list.
he wrote Boys in the Hood. We said
Yeah,
no
he's
credit for that.
He's the director as well.
I don't see a director.
I believe so.
Oh, he is. Oh,
No?
okay. It is on here.
Yeah,
I missed it
His
last
first
time. I
movie.
said it was IMDb. So yeah, that is his first movie. So he's returning to the podcast. He also he did Too Fast, Too Furious,
He did indeed.
which we don't have on the podcast.
No, but
I don't think.
arguably the most quoted movie on podcast that we
That
don't
yeah,
have
actually
episode
that might be that probably is. Probably is. So he's returning, friend of the show. It is written by, or based on a novel by, Ernest Tidyman. And then it's a story
That's gotta
by
be
John
a pen
Singleton
name.
and Shane, probably. John Singleton and Shane Salerno, and the screenplay is by Richard Price, John Singleton, and Shane Salerno. The cast includes Mr. Samuel L. Jackson as John Shaft. Of course, he's here, the titular character. We have Vanessa Williams, Jeffrey Wright, Christian Bale, Busta Rhymes, Tony Collette, Dan Hedaya. I'm gonna throw out. We are missing.
Richard Roundtree.
Richard Roundtree, and who am I? Did we say Jeffrey Wright already? Yeah, we did. I feel like I missed somebody significant, but maybe I didn't. I feel like that's
big
it.
one in there is Mekhi Phifer. He's a decently known actor as well. He's probably lower end. He's the
he is
like the cold open, essentially, who they're performing the case
Elizabeth
on.
Banks is in that scene too.
Got it. That's Elizabeth Banks. I didn't even realize that.
Not the one that's like talking that much, but she's like in the group and she's back behind them. Like,
yeah,
she's just one of the additional friends.
Got it. Okay.
She's like not even credited as Elizabeth Banks in the movie.
Oh, she's on IMDb at least.
Mm-hmm.
But that's funny. Didn't know that. The IMDb summary reads as follows: New York City Police Detective John Shaft, nephew of the original 1970s detective, that's in parentheses, goes on a personal mission to make sure the son of a real estate tycoon is brought to justice after a racially motivated murder. Great summary, actually. I really like that. Covers all your bases. Gentlemen, this is my introduction to the character known as Shaft. Down of the original Shaft. Has anyone seen it or know its significance? Like, what do I need to know about the previous Shaft movie, the original?
So I've never even seen the original. If I'm understanding correctly, the original is like a TV series from the 70s, maybe like early 70s or so.
Okay.
1971.
There it is, 71. And I've never even seen that. But I know they made a few spin-offs, like they got like Shaft in Africa from like 1980 something, like very low budget like movies going on. But yes, I mean this was essentially me opening the book right to the Shaft universe as well. I've never seen the originals. If I could think back to when I first saw this, I feel like at a point in time, my dad or whoever I saw this with, I'd have to imagine like my father, older brother, uncles, whoever, told me that it is based off of a TV series, but I had never seen that TV series.
Got it. Okay, so it's a TV series, not a movie.
Correct.
Noted.
And now there's both. I believe there is a TV series, and then the OG movie is 1970.
Now I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Got it. Okay, that's because I thought I saw it was a movie earlier and not a TV show.
Okay.
Now I'm seeing both on here as I'm scrolling around.
So it's TV series turned into a movie in real time.
So it looks like there's
vice versa.
There's like movie spin-offs.
30 years later,
it's you have the Disney Channel TV series, and then you have the original movies that go along with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gotcha.
So that's the vibe I'm getting here. So, cool. Now we have Shaft in 2000, and then there's a sequel one in 2019.
Correct.
Is that it? Is that all the Shaft we have?
I believe that's all.
I believe that's the last Shaft we have. Yeah, and I have seen Shaft 2019.
How is that?
Real time. It was okay. I mean, haven't rewatched it since. Kind of do want to go back and rewatch it after watching Shaft 2000. You know what I mean? Because I do remember a Samuel Jackson cameo in that, of course, as you could fucking imagine.
It's higher IMDb rating, 6.0 on Shaft 2000, 6.4 on 2019.
Yeah. Like I said, it was all right. It had way more like comedic bits, in my opinion, than the one that we're about to review. No spoilers, but
yeah.
Didn't have Shaft asking if someone wanted the LD. That's really a step wrong.
Yeah.
How could you leave that out?
It's a big part of the movie.
This movie is funny though. In hindsight,
no, there's
some very serious themes, of course.
But it's a good mix, I would say. But yeah, it's got some beats. It's got some funny beats.
Yeah, this shit is funny.
Sure. Let's get into it. I was not expecting this movie to. I don't know what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more of a comedy. I wasn't expecting the serious tones, especially the way it starts out. I expected this to be more, comedy heavy. I didn't have any. I really didn't know what to expect.
Sure.
What I was getting into. I was prepared for more comedy than I got, but it was very serious right off the bat, and then I kind of immediately was like, all right, this is what we're going into, and then kind of had to adapt to it. But I'll just say, I mean, I enjoyed my time for sure. I thought it was a good watch, like had a good hour 40, whatever it is, hour 40. Had a good time, like funny. I think it has some serious moments. I don't know if it always is like. I feel like it sometimes strays away from some of the tones that it's trying to like, or some of the themes it kind of initially sets off to. I thought it would maybe take itself a little more seriously at the beginning based on how that opening goes. So sometimes it gets a little bit further away from that than I was anticipating. But I mean, I don't know. Overall, like, good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't know if this is gonna be one like I go back to often or anything like that, but I had a good time. And seeing Samuel Jackson in this kind of role was fun because I feel like as much as everyone knows Samuel Jackson, I mean, my biggest association with him is probably as Nick Fury because I mean, growing up, that's how I kind of got introduced to him. You know, yeah. So and maybe not directly, but he's also in obviously the Star Wars prequels as Mace Windu.
Sure.
So those are my primary two associations with him. However, I also know pop culture wise, you know, he does have this kind of persona to him. Like that's kind of how people know him as, and seeing him act in that manner of like I mean, like we said, all the fucks and all like the kind of one-liners and just his persona about him. Like that's how you kind of hear about Samuel Jackson acting. Like impressions of him also often go in that kind of character way or character direction. So it's fun seeing him like that. So I enjoyed that part of it. Christian Bale, I had to look up because I was like, he looks the youngest I've ever seen him. It's not.
American
it's close
Psycho's earlier, right?
It's the same year as American Psycho, but comes out after. So
he looks like he walked off the set of American Psycho.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he ever left.
100%. No, 100%. Yeah, that's the beauty of seeing this post American Psycho, right? It's like, oh, like this guy is like literally just the same character. This is Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
But racist.
Yeah.
Mask off racist Patrick
Or I guess
Bateman.
arguably even more racist than Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
He's still racist.
Yeah. Patrick Bateman's not unracist.
Yeah.
Right. He just kills
not
everybody.
very progressive, man. But yeah, so that was interesting. I was like, is this before or after American Psycho? To find out it's the same year and after, I was like, wow, what a year for Christian Bale in 2000. I mean, most hated man in America, probably. And yeah, I don't know. Those are my big takeaways. Jeffrey Wright is great in this. Who listeners,
sure.
I hopped on and looked at the IMDb, and like I remember reading his name on the cast list last week, but I watching this didn't even recognize him as Peoples right away. So like when I pulled up the IMDb before we started recording, I was like, oh my god, I didn't even realize that was Jeffrey Wright. I forgot he was in this. And Toni Collette too wasn't really recognizable to me immediately. So just a stacked cast, sneaky stacked cast for 2000.
Yeah, for sure.
So cool watching that play out. I don't know, I had a good time. I liked it. I would recommend.
Cool. Glad you enjoyed it going in there blind, right? It's kind of your first introduction to that world. And Samuel Jackson as like the Samuel Jackson most folks know him as. Sure. Right? It's kind of that your Pulp Fiction, you're like that lane.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pulp Fiction is the other one that I've seen him in. I mean, I didn't see that until after I saw Marvel stuff, like way later.
Course.
So that's definitely the other, kind of a movie or character that reminds me of that type of acting that he does. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this was I'd definitely seen bits and pieces of it, like I think from older family members or like on the TV at family parties when I was growing up, but I don't think I'd seen in entirety, or if I did, it basically was a new watch for me practically at this point. And so yeah, it like hits in that way, I think, for me, where I don't want to call it nostalgia, but you just like recognize something from the era and like almost have that you can see all of the work that went into it, and that real they don't make them like this anymore kind of hits a little bit. I thought the plot and kind of overall how things unfold is kind of like neither here nor there, but it's a great hangout movie. It's like one you want to have your friends over, have on in the background, or like, be watching beer or watching TV, having beers, eating pizza too as well too. Like it's definitely a one that's best enjoyed with people, I think. And I really respect it for that. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it's almost like you wonder if they'd done it 10 years later, if it would have like been more popular, or if it'd be more fondly remembered now. When Samuel L. Jackson was like, he's arguably gotten more famous the older he's gotten as well too. So like he might not have been like old enough to kind of like carry this one completely, to the point that they do the reboot in 2019, but like if this had come out in 2008 maybe rather than 2000, he might be in a little bit different worlds in there. I don't know. I guess it is like he is famous because of Marvel now though, right? Like that is the big thing. I always forget that's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. I don't know.
I don't know if he's famous because of Marvel. I think the ascent in his later half of his career is probably because of Marvel. I think that might be a better way to.
He's more omnipresent than like he was always working a lot, but now it was just like you just didn't escape him for the 2010s there for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally valid.
Like
you recommend anything?
Yes, I am a recommend. Like I was saying before or a little bit before we were even talking here, we get a lot of the Wirecast in this as well too, which was fun.
Yeah.
Just a great cast in general, which we haven't said enough. But Tyler, where are you at?
Sorry, I was muted. I'm a recommend for sure. Obviously, just a fun movie to have on in the background. Definitely got some comedic tones and some serious tones. Everybody obviously wants to be on set here. Big shout outs are obviously Samuel L. Jackson, Christian Bale, Jeffrey Wright for me. Buster Rhymes is hilarious.
Just shouting the entire movie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he speaks one line. Everything is yelled.
And then I didn't even realize it, but Uncle John Shaft is Richard Rodtree, who is the original Shaft from 1971.
Yep.
So yeah, I didn't know that either. So that was pretty cool.
Incredible introduction where he then leaves the bar with the two girls.
With two women. Yeah. I'm like, who is this guy? Which is like
Shaft.
The whole point of Shaft, right? Yeah, like people are constantly seeing him and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like he just has that swag all around him at all times, and just that I don't give a fuck attitude. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. I think I'll definitely probably go watch 2019. I definitely think I saw it in theaters, but that's obviously pre-COVID, which I just don't remember a lot. Yeah, leading up to that. Especially because like I know like COVID gets a lot of grief, and like it sucked, but like Best Buy time, COVID was like pretty dope, and then
that was when we were living together.
Like. Yeah, I was gonna say the amount of time that like Nathaniel and I get to spend at home playing video games and like hanging out. I'm like,
I wouldn't know. You guys fired me.
It's kind of peak. You were furloughed, idiot.
Yeah, we just canceled your health insurance.
Same Brothers, where he was like, I was laid off. I wasn't fired, but you wouldn't know the difference. But I'm a recommend for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's interesting to hear everyone's stories on this, from like Adam going in completely blind to Nathaniel saying like I've seen pieces of it and aware of it of pop culture. Kind of the same with Ty. And essentially I'm in the same basket where I can 100% confirm I've seen this before, But
I have
sitting
too,
down and
for
watching
sure.
this the other day, like it would have been effectively a new watch. Besides a
100%.
few of the things I remember, if that makes sense, right? So,
Do you remember lines such as "It's my duty to please that booty"?
no, the
'Cause I'll
thing
never
I
forget that one.
always no that's a good line for sure. The thing that I always remember from this though, I love the Peoples Hernandez character. Jeffrey Wright is fucking
Sure.
awesome in this.
He's
Arguably
awesome.
steals the show from like Christian Bale, who is amazing.
think he
in this
does.
as
Yeah,
well.
as soon as they get on screen together, he
Yeah.
is actually dominating
Yeah.
the screen, I think.
He's phenomenal in this.
Yeah,
One of
he
the
really
better
is.
like villains just stuck in I'm going to use like air quotes like a bad to average film,
Sure.
I would say.
Sure.
But yeah, he's acting his ass off in this.
He is.
And like he's got a full Dominican accent and he's not even fucking Dominican. And it's like
Right.
everything is excellent in this. You know what I mean? You would
Yeah.
watch him like, I would imagine he's actually Dominican, right? Which they have a huge population of that in New York. And no,
Yeah.
he's just your black guy. That being said, so I always remember his role in a few of kind of his funny, witty lines. But the thing that I always remember from this is the fucking the Christian Bale like cold open with Mekhi Phifer,
Sure.
and he's like mocking him, and he's like I like that's the thing I remember the most from this movie every time I think of it. And it's like gold, absolutely gold from Christian Bale in that opening monologue, right, where he's like talking to Mekhi Phifer a bunch of racial condescending jokes, then he like mocks him in like in a black accent, and it's just absolutely hilarious, dude. So yeah, that's kind of the stuff that always stuck out to me. But yeah, so effectively watching it now, kind of a new watch. Almost forgot like that I guess that's into spoilers. I do like the movie. I would recommend. Yeah, it's got a lot of nostalgic, a lot of early 2000s. Shout out a lot of the folks from The Wire that Nathaniel's talking about. It's got an NFL legend in here, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Just plays like a random guy at a bar
Yeah.
as well. And then you even get a John Singleton cameo where Christian Bale is fighting the gentleman where they're in jail or like booking
holding cell.
or whatever it is. Yeah, holding cell. Thank you. And John Singleton is just the police officer who's like drinking his coffee, shaking his head.
Gotcha.
So you do get
Yeah,
a
he's
cool
just, like,
John
letting it
Singleton
go.
cameo. Yeah. But yeah, all in all, man, this movie is awesome. This is something I know I've seen. To Nathaniel's point, Tyler's point, this is something that's just, if you ever turned on like TBS in like 2006, this thing was playing somewhere, right? But yeah, I'm gonna recommend. Very funny, nostalgia, has some heavy themes, some cultural tie-ins, systemic racism, things of that nature, which you would imagine to be prevalent in any John Singletary film, or John Singleton film, pardon me. Yeah, totally recommend. That's where I'm at.
Cool. I think that's a recommend all around. Yeah, fellas.
See,
Let's do it.
We're going to go ahead and head into spoilers. So if you've not seen Shaft from 2000, go ahead, check the episode description where I've left a timestamp you can jump to where you'll be taken to the ranking of the movie up upon our Entropy list. But let's get into spoilers here, Nathaniel. What we got?
Just some applause for Shaft.
Oh, okay. For Shaft, man.
There it
Yeah.
is. There it is.
I mean, everywhere he goes, people applaud.
That's right.
But yeah, so what I was gonna jump into, fellas, is I totally forgot just like how much this film essentially just paints like Christian Bale's character, Walter Ray Jr. is like he's just like a straight racist, and he killed him just because he's black.
Yeah.
I should have known that, like with it being a John Singleton film and like his themes. But watching it, I was just like, oh my god, that's like pretty dark. Like, you know
It's an unabashed hate crime. It is just straight up a racial hate crime.
Well, and then, like,
100%,
and it's
bro.
not apologetic at all.
And then it like speed runs like what would be a normal film's entire kind of like first length with like the trial and like the escape bail and everything in the first 20 minutes. And you're just kind of like, what is happening here? And then you get the 2 years later like title card, and you're just like, oh, okay. But then he quits the force halfway through, and you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, is he coming? Nope, just that's done.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure, dude. It's so weird. It's almost like watching it. You would think that would be the story of the Christian Bale just goes on a absolutely insane hate crime, right?
Yeah.
On Mekhi Phifer, who walks into this restaurant, bar, whatever you want to call it, who's out with friends. And you think that would be the story where Shaft's the police officer on there. Christian Bale's character obviously gets off. We understand systemic racism and how unfair that is due to a wide variety of factors, right? You think that would be the movie, and then just like the Shaft character trying to prosecute and find the Walter Wade Jr. Character guilty, but then it's like, then you get Peoples Hernandez, who's like arguably a better villain than Christian Bale, and you're like, where the fuck is this movie going, dude? And it's a whirlwind of shit going on, dude. Super interesting.
Yeah,
that opening.
Go ahead. Go
Sorry.
ahead, Adam.
I was gonna say that opening was genuinely just super unexpected for me.
Yeah.
And I had
Had you ever seen that before? Like in any pop culture reference
No,
of the
not
Christian
really. I
Bale
don't think
black
so.
scent? Oh, you've never
No, I
even
don't-
seen it before? Okay,
No,
wow.
I don't think so. It didn't ring any
Yeah.
bells when I saw
Okay.
it. But him as Mekhi Phifer's character is on the gurney and starts seizing, and he goes, "Homeboy got rhythm." I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like visceral. Even thinking about that line, like what a true,
Yeah, what a
evil and
terrible
horrific
person.
thing to say in
Yeah,
that moment.
what a terrible
And
person.
from that moment on, you absolutely just, I mean, if you didn't already, you just genuinely have
Yeah.
no sympathy at all for Christian
Yeah.
Bale's character. I mean, it
Yeah.
is a brutal thing to say in that moment.
Yeah.
And then of course Shaft punches him not once, but twice.
Yeah.
You're
Which is
fired.
also
You think
is
I
also
give a
great.
Fuck for what?
Yeah, yeah.
Doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
So appropriate reaction on Shaft's half, but just an insane line to give there that really actually like gave me a visceral reaction. I was like, oh my god, I
Yeah,
cannot believe that guy just said that.
Yeah, that's probably the worst line. And then like I think that's the one where like it really starts to draw the parallel for those who have seen American Psycho, of just like how despicable the Patrick Bateman character is.
Yeah.
Right. And then
Yeah.
you're like, okay, like I can draw a lot of parallels. Like this guy's the same. They exist in the same universe. Right. And I think that's kind of the line that gives you that. So that's a valid point.
Yeah.
It does make it so funny that they chose him for Batman like 4 years later as well too.
Sure. Well, I mean, also, Bruce Wayne, half of that is a corporate billionaire.
True.
So I mean, I don't know, maybe it set him up well.
Yeah.
But no, I had that thought too. I was like, wow, Patrick Bateman to this guy, and a couple years later is Bruce Wayne and Batman. Quite the ascension.
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally agree. It's like we were talking about how it almost paints like how that would be the original narrative or the major storyline, but then you end up getting the Jeffrey Wright and the Peoples Hernandez character, who I keep echoing, arguably steals the show, right? I think he's
because
the
it's
best actor in this, at least for sure. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's up, dude. He might be.
narratively it's 2 years later, and like Wade, I forget what his last name is. Wade Wilson?
Walter Wade.
He's back, gets immediately arrested, but then they're just like on another bust, which is where Peoples gets like introduced, basically, right?
Right.
And then it's them.
It's funny too because they're meeting in the hallway for the first time too.
Yeah,
It's not like they met
It's
before.
so
like,
strange.
the
Yeah.
operation. Yeah, they're like,
I was
Shaft.
like,
It was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm Vasquez.
yeah, I was like, is Shaft coming back? Because he's been suspended this whole time. Like, why is this just now happening? Kind of thing. It's very
Nobody
funny.
knows.
Yeah.
Well, he moved precincts.
Oh, okay. Maybe I missed that.
But the funny part is that he hasn't talked to anybody until that sting operation.
Right.
So it's just like,
Okay.
that would just like not fucking happen.
And then and then it's immediately afterwards, after he does leave the police force. I love too that like any of the policemen will also just do anything for him. He just has to ask as well too. Like,
Well, my favorite is when he's threatening that dude on the sidewalk, and the cop drives by, and he just goes. Nods his head,
just
and
nods his head.
keeps driving, and he's like beating the guy. He's pistol whipping him.
Well, he gets the one.
Brutal scene, by the way. I don't know why he had to, beat that guy.
Scene
up
is pretty
for no
brutal. I
reason.
agree with you.
He walks up and pistol whips him. I was like, damn.
wanted him to know his
I
name.
do
And I
like when
forgot-
he's leaving his original precinct though, and that white guy is walking up the stairs and he's like trying to shake his hand, and he just keeps fucking
Yeah,
walking.
just-
Yeah.
But then I love that he calls the white friend too from the police force to like rob the other guy or to rob Christian Bale.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do
you
the
do my favorite.
booking. Like, why is this guy helping?
Yeah, right. After they like just got into a racial argument.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in the precinct before.
Yeah, the
I
last time
agree.
we've seen him.
He literally said, "I
calls him
don't
a
like
Nazi.
Nazi cops." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Nazis with badges or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, damn, that's an escalation, but I mean, sure. But yeah, no, you don't expect him to come back around and help out, but he's
No.
he's kind of present.
Just commit a crime.
This movie, you just don't know what it's gonna throw at you, man. Like
You have no idea.
you don't.
You have
You
no
think
idea.
you think he's not gonna talk to the Nazi cop
Yeah.
ever again, but no, he comes back and does him a favor, and
Yeah.
they even joke about their altercation later on. He's like, what do you say? I don't know if he calls him a racist again or if he's still a Nazi or something like that. And he goes, whatever, cornbread. And then
He
they
says
dad
you're still a
each other.
cracker. He calls him a cracker.
Yeah, there you go, still cracker.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, and then there's the two cops that go like the bad cops that then start trailing Shaft, and then they ended up
Yeah, they get like
double crossing.
blackmailed
him
into
twice
it by
almost.
peoples, and then
Yeah.
they're almost immediately just like, "Oh well, okay,
Right.
guess we're in this now. Better shoot Vanessa Williams."
Yeah, better shoot a cop. And then the guy goes, well, I guess we better finish what we started. It's like, okay, I mean, if you want to, you
But
can-
Shorty
you can
ain't
go
dead.
that route.
Shorty
Yeah.
was a
And then I
cop.
think the other one gives a line, the white one goes, why are you doing this? He goes, you wouldn't believe what they're charging for private school these days.
Yeah.
Which is like hilarious, and just a lot of continuations of just like, just funny jokes about white people. It's fucking funny.
Yeah. And then I mean, with this, I mean, eventually it turns into you get the Wade. I almost said Wade Wilson.
I
Shout
know
out
it
Deadpool.
keeps giving me
Wade Walter.
Walter
Wade Jr.
Walter
Walter Wade
White.
Jr. Thank you. You get him introduced to the Jeffrey Wright People Hernandez character, and like they have an excellent conversation.
Yeah,
Right, where he's like, "Hey, I need you to essentially be the face of like my drug trafficking business." Right, like we need a wealthy white guy who can kind of walk around in different areas and whatnot, essentially just to completely blackmail him and get him set up. And there's some pretty good tension in that too, because you can tell Christian Bale's like hesitant to like fuck out of here, like I'm not doing that. And he's kind of reluctant to shake his hand, but that had some pretty good tension. That was a scene that really
well, he's stolen
held my attention
his
for sure.
his dead mother's jewelry as well too to try and pay for the hit
Mhm.
on Toni Collette, right? Who we haven't really
Mhm.
talked about in this, and doesn't really feel like she's given a lot to do.
She's
No.
not.
She's background for a lot.
Yeah, she's kind of
Comes back the
wasted.
third act, it seems like.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you don't see her for an hour at least.
waste of Toni Collette. I
This
feel
movie's
like.
only an hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah,
But
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. You see her in the 10 minutes, and then you don't see her for an hour, and then you see her a little bit in the last 30. I
Yeah.
believe that math is right, Ty.
Yeah. No.
And then,
I was agreeing with you. I was just stating how long the
okay.
movie was.
Okay, got it. Sorry. I thought you were challenging us.
yeah, no, you get to Nathaniel's point. Yeah, so Toni Collette, she is the bartender, the waitress
She's
at the
bartender.
establishment where the Walter Wade Jr. character kills Mekhi Phifer in the racist hate crime.
It's true.
Walter Wade then essentially, she sees him do it outside while she's on her smoke break. He goes up to her, takes her ID, and was like, "Hey, you haven't seen anything? Like, we'll find you." Yada 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 yada. Long story short, that's how she gets put into the entire investigation. And Samuel Jackson, or Shaft, is trying to kind of hunt her down to be able to get her to testify in court, right, against Walter Wade for the kind of the hate crime and how that goes. So yeah, that was interesting, little convoluted way of getting there. But yeah, that's Toni Collette's character, and she bounces around a lot in this. She's not very prevalent, but she's, I mean, she has a few heavy scenes where she's showing a lot of emotions of being like scared and nervous, right? I think she
True.
held up pretty well in that, and this is pretty like early Toni Collette as well.
Yeah,
I guess
scrolling
it's
through
early for
IMDb,
fucking
and it is
everybody over here. I guess at
pretty
this point.
early.
It is.
Yeah, she's got so many credits, and she does have quite a few before 2000, but nothing big. So it seemed like it was this, and then
Right, Sixth Sense. Right, Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense is right before
something?
this, actually, in
Okay,
'99.
yeah, that's what I thought.
And then this is right after. So I'm assuming they shot around the same time, and maybe a combination of these two things got her more stuff.
Sure. But yeah, so that was very interesting in regards to that. I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something, and I don't know if it was the Tony Collette character. I don't know. Somebody else go ahead, but it may.
Well, those.
may
I
reach
mean,
out to me
I wasn't
eventually.
expecting the plot twist of her being like. Well, I accepted basically a plea with his
NDA
family and his
almost.
parents. Yeah, an NDA
Yeah.
basically to just shut the fuck up, and it's like, well, I can't blame you for doing that, but I just not a plot point I expected. Again, this movie keeps you guessing, and not one that I feel like I've really seen before. Almost of like, well, no, I can't. I would love to testify. I'm not running because I'm fearful of my life. I'm running because they paid me to run.
Yeah.
So it's like that. I wasn't expecting that part of it. And then of course Shaft has the good line of like, man, like I bet these last 2 years have been really hard for you. And she's like, what? Not the response I was thinking of. But Shaft is just so empathetic, man. He just knows what's up. He's got such a great emotional intelligence.
He's Shaft.
I think my biggest moment
He's
is the ending. You kind of get the justice is served by
Yeah, for
the
sure.
mother.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things
Also
where,
unexpected.
like, no matter what you think, like, the system is rigged to be against you, pretty much no matter where you're from, what you are, except for obviously in that instance where, daddy can pay people off, or, you can pay people to kill people to, get rid of a witness, or, stuff like that. And so, but yeah, it's pretty powerful that the mom is just like, fuck this, like, I'm just gonna go to jail for murder, like this guy's gonna walk again, or at least not like do very minimal time for blatantly killing my son. Yeah, so I thought that was like one of the biggest pieces for me.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that's absolutely the John Singleton influence of that movie, right? Is like, yeah, as heavy as the theme is of systemic racism and how that always portrays in John Singleton movies, not always, in the ones that are very blaxploitation. As we say, that's the heavy one. In this one, it's like, okay, well, yeah, we're not even making the trial. The mother's gonna get her justice herself because we don't have faith in the court system, right? In legal legislation,
Keeping it real.
to get the job done. Yeah. That's what I was going to say in regards to the court case. Arguably, my favorite scene is just him fucking ninja starring his NYPD badge.
as he quits.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
He's just shurikening it into the walls of justice.
Yeah, for sure. That's hilarious. That's what I was going to say. Favorite scene.
Yeah, it's pretty dang great. Got a shout out for the opening as well too. Just going with a sex scene in the titles.
Yeah,
you're just like, oh man, they definitely wouldn't do this in 2026.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. For a second, I thought I clicked on the porn parody of Shaft.
I mean, probably called the same thing. I don't watch enough porn for that though.
Yeah. I don't know if this should become a recurring bit on the podcast. I don't know if that's good to keep bringing
I think
up.
it's already too late, brother. I think that's
might be.
right, baked in
This
the
might
next few
be
episodes.
Fuck.
This might be our best SEO option yet, to be honest with you.
Yikes. All right. Any final closing thoughts or jokes or lines we haven't discussed yet? I love when he meets peoples for the first time and just
Throws the
chucks a
basketball.
basketball at him. Just like, John, don't
he's
do
got
it.
the balls to just be wearing all white.
Yeah.
Egyptian cotton.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Wait, what does he say? He's like, you wouldn't even know if it's Egyptian cotton if like a fucking pharaoh handed it to you. That's a good
So
line
good.
too.
So good. Yeah, that's really good. mean, I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah,
of good,
man. So yeah,
there's a
it's
lot of good
It's
lines.
good one-liners.
It's like great.
The action in here is actually not too bad.
No,
Go
it's
ahead,
really not.
Nathaniel. Sorry.
No,
No,
'cause it's all practical.
Also a great point.
Very much facts die.
But I was just referencing like when he does throw the ball at Peoples and he like comes down, and then let's like the Peoples gang versus the NYPD, and they both like step up to each other like it's like
like it's a dance battle.
yeah, exactly. Like it's more what was the Spielberg when you're a jet all the way. Whatever that's
Outsiders.
called. Yeah, thank you. No, that's not it. West Side Story.
Warriors.
Oh,
West Side Story.
well, they
Jets.
are
I
the
don't know what the
Warriors.
Jet-
Is the game right?
West Side Story.
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
But
I was close with Outsiders. Same.
you were not far off. But yeah, no, just great bits like that where again it's a movie that's just a little bit odd in some spaces. Like it's not as not as grounded as I feel like you expect an action time of the time period to be. Like even like different than like a Michael Bay, which is heightened in a much more explosive, heightened action way. This has that weird, like it's heightened more in a literary way almost. Like you have the much more kind of tragic thread of the like hate crime at the start of it as well, and then it also has these just weird, just off kilter bits to it as well that you just like you're not quite in a real world the whole time. And you know what? That's fine. Sometimes I want John Shaft out there being the man, sticking up for the community, while also holding the cops accountable. No Nazi cops.
Yeah, it's got such an interesting mix of like serious topics, obviously with the racism stuff, and also playing on it and making jokes of it, and just kind of switching it up in between the two. And it's cheesy, doesn't take itself too seriously, but
yeah,
kind of wants to almost. I don't know.
They kidnap a limo driver in this. It's never really like
and there's paparazzi.
Yeah, there's like photos
of
it.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes is just cheesing in the front seat the whole time.
Yeah, the Busta Rhymes in this is hilarious, and watching this, I immediately reflected on the Busta Rhymes character in Halloween Resurrection.
I was gonna say it's got to be the Halloween one, right?
Or is it H2O? I think it might be H2O.
Yeah.
All the ones from like 98 to like 2002 are like the same movie to me.
Yeah,
But he's in one of those. It's the one where they go to a haunted house. But nonetheless, Busta Rhymes is in that, and seeing him in this just immediately took me back to that movie where Busta Rhymes boxes Michael Myers in a house that's on fire, and it's just fucking hysterical. Same lines, he yells every single line, same cadence. Busta Rhymes is effectively playing himself and not a character in the Shaft universe and not a character in the Michael Myers universe. Busta Rhymes is out there as Busta Rhymes, the rapper.
Yeah,
and playing in these different movies.
It's really weird that like there was not weird, but like there was definitely a time where if you were a rapper, you could get into movies, but they were never A-list movies, right? Like you would just be in these like B-list movies as well too, where like they were in a lot of ways the way that people use influencers nowadays that show up in movies. Like you're almost depending on the amount of people their audience is going to bring in as well too.
Oh,
like there's so
just
many
to have viewership.
Yes, there's like so many like of those New Line Cinema movies in like the late 90s, early 2000s that are like, we're going to have a horror movie that's going to have a lot of blood. There's going to be at least 2 scenes with boobs in it, and we're going to have a B-list rapper that was trying to make it big in acting right now. Yeah, and like that was just a genre that used to be out there, and it's I guess it's their Netflix movies now, but
To your point, those are the direct to streaming movies, right?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, man. You miss that type of stuff.
It's true.
This is a film I think they'd have difficulty making this in modern times, right? I
Well,
think
didn't that
Well, they made
did
it
that
some
one
of,
go?
some of the themes may be there, but few lines wouldn't be there.
Did that one
Sure.
go straight to streaming, or did it? I think Tyler said he thought he saw it in theaters, right? But like,
No,
I'm not-
2019 went to theaters, brother.
It was in
Yeah, for
theaters.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was before the downfall of
that's
theaters.
true. I guess
correct.
before the stream
yeah,
stream
theaters are still going
apocalypse.
strong. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
like I said, I caught that one in theaters. I'm like fairly confident. And that's by Tim Story,
Oh,
who you guys would know.
Yeah, because
from
Singleton actually passed in 2019.
that's true.
Yep. Yep. So Tim Story did the OG Fantastic Four.
He did.
Adam would know him from The Blackening.
Dude,
Big Adam
Blackening's
movie.
sick.
Tim
Love that
Story.
movie.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean the 2019 one's not abysmal. It's not abysmal. And it's got old boy in it who plays the new Shaft character is I don't watch it a ton. I'm only aware of it and I've seen a ton of scenes and I've watched a few pieces of it as well. Black dude from The Boys who plays A-Train.
Yeah. Just
Can't think of his name.
I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's the lead.
Oh, yeah, that. Oh, okay, that's where I recognize him from. Is Jesse T. Usher? Yeah.
Well,
But yeah,
yeah.
cool film, man.
Cool, man. I definitely enjoyed it.
Let's get it up.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, listeners who skipped over the spoiler segment of the podcast. We're going to go ahead and throw up Shaft up upon our entry list. For those of you who do not know, the entry list is Back Row Banter's official list of all the movies we have reviewed on the podcast, all ranked and compared to one another. It's essentially how we how we rate our movies, rather than do it out of 5 stars out of 10, whatever it is. We throw up all the movies we review on a list and see how they compare to one another. And once they are ranked, they are going to fall into one of 7 tiers. That can kind of give you a better idea of where that movie quality lies in relation to the rest of the list. If you want to reference the entry list itself or the tiered version, both are linked in the episode description. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Shaft.
I was reading that one of the people that they thought about getting for Shaft, and I guess like was upset that they didn't go with him, was Wesley Snipes. He said he could have made it a bigger success.
Oh.
This
is
what?
I
peak,
mean,
peak Blade times as well, right between Blade.
He
1
might
and
not be
2.
wrong. That's what I'm saying. Like, arguably,
I don't think
Samuel
he's far
Jackson
off.
was a little early for him. He might have been a little bit more famous a few years later.
yeah, Blade was 98. Blade 2 was like what, 2001,
We say 2?
2002, somewhere in there.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think it was a 4-year gap, so too.
Yeah, so he could have did that as well. And Wesley Snipes had a few other 90s joints like New Jack City,
Sure.
and a few other joints. I did read something as well talking about people who could have played the role. I'd seen something that John Singleton was looking at getting Will Smith to play the role. And I think this would have made this movie
been good.
tonally different. Like
Oh,
totally,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
for that matter as well, but tonally different, absolutely. But I mean, Will Smith is serious too when he wants to. Like,
Sure.
I guess people kind of give him flack now, but I mean, like, you go back, like,
He's
I
not
Am
a
Legend.
bad actor. Yeah, he's not a
I Am
bad
Legend.
actor.
He's excellent in that.
I don't think he
iRobot,
deserved the
iRobot's so
Oscar
good.
he got for King Richard, but
Facts time.
that's not a knock on his overall acting ability.
I agree.
I'm going to
I
put
agree.
this on the list. And I'm going to put this on the list at 145. Below Creed 3.
145.
Above A Quiet Place.
I don't hate that spot. I
don't hate it. I don't love it either.
I don't love it either, but I don't hate it. You know, like you said that, and I was like, okay, I could see it. Now there's some heavy hitters around there. You've got X, Prey, Maxine, Fall Guy, Blair Witch.
I'm gonna use my gatekeeper here a little bit. Trick or Treat, which is at 174, which is a little bit further down from where Nathaniel's. But you got movies that I think need to be readjusted, like The Creator right there. Pitch Black is like one of those nostalgic
Yeah, facts.
era movies of its time. We've talked about Underwater being underrated, no pun intended.
Oh, pun very much intended.
So I think I'm actually gonna go right below Underwater at 179, above No Time to Die.
Water.
Yeah, that's valid. I think in that same ballpark. Think something that makes it really difficult for me to clip. And there's a few movies above, obviously, that you always like a bounce around, as we always say. But yeah, the like X, Prey, even Halloween 2018, The Menu, which ones I kind of hold close to my heart and I really do like. I think where I was looking at is much closer to where Ty's at, and honestly, like Black Widow's another film. Like, I just like don't think that film is really any good at all, to be honest with you guys. So I'm kind of bouncing around that area. Your Black Widow, your Rock, Scream. What is that? 7, 6?
Yeah.
6.
Pardon me, 6.
6.
I
Which isn't
think,
bad.
yeah, but like
I do
I'm
think
probably
you're.
watching
I think
3
you're.
other
I think you're
Screams
spot
before I
on. Though.
watch
I think.
Scream 6.
Yeah, I also think that there's like a gap that has created between. Like, I love Independence Day. I also love the fucking Rock. Like, and then you have Top Gun
Yeah.
there. Like, Black Widow is definitely in a weird space.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why I really like that area right there. There's like a
Yeah.
gap that kind of needs to form so we can push some movies up and then maybe make some amendments.
Yeah. So I think I agree with you. So I think I'm gonna put her down at I'm gonna split the difference here and kind of how I feel about a few things. So I am gonna ultimately go 187. So or we'll go 186. So we'll go below the original Top Gun, above that Bob Marley movie.
I
I'll
think that
never
would be
watch movie again.
187 as I'm looking at it.
Okay. Pardon me.
187.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll never watch that joint again. Shout out Bob Marley though. RIP.
Yeah.
Shout out my Jamaican
yeah.
homies.
I'm definitely in the same ballpark, and I think we'll end up landing in the same tier. I'm trying to figure out. This is definitely, as you get this far down the list, there's definitely some kind of personal choices that definitely, get switched around, where I'm seeing some movies that are much lower than I would have them on a personal list, that kind of thing, which is a lot of the interest at that point, as we have reiterated a couple times. But man, screw it. I'm going to go with my original gut pick here. I'm going to put it. Man, you say the Blackening, and that's where I'm like having trouble. But the Blackening and Blind Spotting are two that I have a hard time seeing down there, and I think we might move those around at some point potentially. So I don't want to like use those as gatekeepers.
Yeah, the Blackening's a little too low, I would say.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
Black
and then
Phone
you have
2's too high.
Insidious. Yeah, I think. Man, this is tough. I'm
Anything
gonna
about
put
Last
this.
Duel. You think that's a little too high, or
Shut up.
Could be higher.
Shut up.
Where's that?
I'm gonna.
Let me see.
at 165?
Oh
What
shit,
the
is it that high?
Fuck, that is way too high. I'm gonna land it. Split the difference of where I'm thinking. I'm gonna land 2 below Tenet and above the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's where I was close to going to. I'm obviously, you guys know I'm bad for Tenet a lot, and that was where I was gonna go. But I was like, I did have to watch that fucking 17 times. So
yeah,
then you don't get Christian Bale in a black accent. So just, you know what I mean? Already gives it another ranking.
There you go. That's gonna land us at 175.75, which means we put it at 176, which lands it below Shang-Chi and above Us, and that is gonna firmly cement it in the C tier of movies.
That's valid.
I like that spot. I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah, that's valid. That's fair.
Cool.
Very fair. Dude, I didn't know the Black Phone 2 was that high, fellas. 196. Nobody even dies.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked it.
there's that. I liked it
Crazy
too. I
Man
thought it
of
was.
the
I
creative
think that was a
and kinda
majority
fun.
of you guys. I think I tried to bury that thing.
I need to listen.
That
to
was
maybe I was tripping. Like I do not like that movie at all, dude.
First
Oh,
one's
really? I remember you being
vastly
somewhat
superior.
positive. I disagree.
1000%. But all
I
right,
disagree. I
that's
think
where
the
we're
first one's kind of boring. Either way,
at.
You know what? I've heard somebody
176 for
say that about
Shaft.
you, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna harp on it.
Cool. That's okay. Try to get under my skin. I see you, man.
Middle
Except
child
for-
problems,
anyway.
you know.
Yeah, for real. For real. 176 is Shaft from 2000. That's it for our review here. Our review next week will be a new movie in theaters coming out this weekend. It's called Good Luck. Sorry, Good Luck, not Good Luck. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I don't know exactly what it's about. I know it's Sam Rockwell in the lead role, it seems, and Zazie Beetz there, and Michael Pena is starring in it as well. But outside of that, I don't know much about it other than I've heard some good things. So check that out in theaters and then join us for a review next week. We got some time for what we're watching here, fellas. Anybody watch anything worth noting?
The only thing I will say is I started the X-Files.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
How many seasons of that are there? Then like 9.
10 maybe? Maybe it is
Okay.
9. I
That's a
can't
lot.
remember.
Dope though. Always a fun watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I watched.
And I've never watched it in like full blown order. I've only watched it in like bits and pieces, like episodes that I'll catch here and there. I've never watched it in actual
First
order.
season
so I'm
has
pretty
some
excited to
some
just let it rip.
absolute bangers in it as well too. First couple seasons, I feel like, of X-Files has some just monster episodes that are real great. What is that on?
I think I watched it on Disney, which is technically Hulu.
Fair enough. I saw Iron Lung.
Oh, Markiplier.
Yeah.
How was it?
11 seasons. Sorry, I will stop interrupting
11.
now.
No worries, brother.
No, I'm a piece of shit.
No.
Decent, but way too long.
How long is that?
2 hours and 5 minutes.
Okay.
Markiplier directed this movie?
It did, and acted, and
Wow.
edited it, and wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, I didn't know he was acting, and I just knew he was
he's the
director.
main character, bro. It's the
lead. Okay, sure.
That's
so,
cool. Good
yeah.
for him, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Troy Baker's acting in it. Nice.
He is also a voice in it. Yeah, there's about 4 people in the movie. If you've ever seen anyone play the game Iron Lung or had anything with that, it is an adaptation of the game. Probably a smart one to adapt, I feel like, as like video games go, and like, you know, we always say that like going with a horror movie is always a pretty good shot, as like they're kind of designed to be low budget, you know. But yeah, there's definitely some good parts in it, some good ideas about it. Man should not have been editing it himself, because it needed about 20 to 30 minutes edited on out of that man. But you know, interesting to see what he'll do next. And worst case scenario, he's got like, you know, some an M. Night sort of run in him. I feel like this could be in that range, but yeah.
Okay. I'm always willing to support, you know, YouTubers or any other like online creatives that are trying to kind of branch out and explore their talents a little bit in other forms.
I saw that other one, Shelby Oaks, last year.
Yeah, I never saw that. I heard mixed things.
Yeah, I would say that this was better of the two. I preferred this one overall, but
yeah. I haven't got to either of those, so I'll add them. Are they either of them found footage?
The Shelby Oaks is
found footage, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good to know, man. I know Markiplier made it, and funny enough, my introduction to Markiplier was like the first Outlast video game where he was like playing that. on YouTube, and that was like my introduction to Markiplier in like 2016 or something.
Yeah, I don't. I've never watched
so-
any of his stuff. I don't know anything about him, but people
Really?
seem to like him
Okay.
as one of the good ones. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I
Yeah.
didn't even know he made movies. Like, or obviously this is a directorial debut.
Mhm.
That being said, I thought he only just played like horror games on YouTube. It's the only content I ever saw of his. Does he do other shit on YouTube? Like, does he act on YouTube?
don't know. No say.
Nobody knows.
sir.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I don't know.
Adam, you were going to say something about your Markiplier knowledge?
I don't know when I was really introduced to him. I just know from my understanding, there's been some bad actors to come out of like that era of YouTube and some people, and even now, like just some of the personalities online are somewhat toxic and stuff. And so of the people who have kind of blown up online, like it seems like he's had limited controversy and stuff, and seems like a
Yeah.
genuinely
Solid
good
guy.
dude. And so I'm happy to see him kind of, like I said, branching out and exploring other things. And so I'm gonna maybe check this out and see if I can help support him. It's always cool to see.
So yeah, that's what
Plus,
I.
Troy Baker's awesome.
Well, there's that. That's what I
Don't know how much of a role he has in this movie, but
I think he's just a voice, to be honest with you. But again, most of it.
he is a
you're
voice
getting
actor
sub.
ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
Cool. Speaking of voice acting, I've started a little anime with my roommates.
Oh.
We have
Okay,
started
it's getting good. What do we got?
I've started our group watch of Attack on Titan.
Oh boy.
Which will be
Oh,
my-
nice. Has anybody
my
watched
rewatch.
it?
So I'm the only one who's seen it all.
Okay.
My one roommate Eddie, he said he stopped at some point very close to the end. So he said he's got like a couple episodes left of the last season and then didn't watch the finale of the movie. And then my other roommate, not only has he never seen Attack on Titan, he doesn't really watch anime and never seen a full anime show ever in its entirety. He's just kind of turned off to the not completely turned off to animation, but he just prefers things that are live action, as he'll tell you.
Tell him I
so-
said live action. He's nuts.
Oh.
I will actually. I will. So it took some coaxing and some convincing to get him to watch the show, and now we are 7 episodes in, I think, and now he's the one asking like, "Yo, can we watch Attack on Titan tonight? Like, can we get some
Nice.
episodes in tonight?" I'm like, I fucking knew it, dude. You fucking caved so fast. But that's been fun, and just like I'm really excited to rewatch it because I haven't watched it front to end
Sure.
since it finished, and
Without
so like
breaks?
just seeing without breaks, and so like and when the final season and the movie and everything came out, which was broken up over legitimately 2.5 years, I think the full final season and movie and everything. When that all came out, like I wasn't doing a lot of rewatches really, so like it was definitely in chunks and like trying to remember what was happening and stuff. So I'm excited for a full run through of that, and also watching it dubbed, where I think things might be explained a little bit differently and a little bit easier. Whereas like with the sub, it was like a lot of information being thrown, and I don't know if it always got. It was just not that it wasn't comprehensible. It's just like it's a little bit harder to track the information in the sub when there was that dense, and they were doing, especially in that last season, just a lot of info dump, which was fine. But I think it might be a little bit easier to retain in the dub. So we'll see.
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing dub too, just because it's an easier
Yeah.
buy-in for somebody that doesn't usually watch.
100%. And which is why I went with the dub and recommended it. And I'm also like, there's some good voice acting in the dub. Like there's some like the Irwin speech and stuff like that. Like there's some good moments in the dub. So I'm not mad about it. I think the voice actors are good. So I'm solid. Or I'm with it. But
have you
super excited.
have you done the new Game of Thrones spinoff, A Night of Seven
No.
Kingdoms or whatever it is?
No, I keep hearing a lot of good things. I'm debating checking it out. I might wait till it's done, so I have a higher chance of like just reading it potentially.
Sure.
So I've heard good things, and I've heard people are liking it more than House of the Dragon, which is good. Have you watched any of it?
I have. I'm actually caught up. I totally forgot,
Okay.
but that once I saw an ad for it on IMDb because I had
Yeah,
IMDb
yeah.
pulled up, and I was like, oh yeah, I did watch that. Speaking of which, I did also have Kendall over this past Friday,
Oh, nice.
and he's
Oh,
been
okay.
watching it.
Shout out.
So that was one of the things that we watched while we were just kind of chilling, catching up, and hanging out. So shout out Kendeezy.
Shout out.
Shout out. Shout out.
Shout out. But are you liking Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
I am, yeah. I think it's pretty good so far. It's got a pretty good story to it. Acting's pretty
Okay.
good.
I really haven't
fight
heard much
scenes are
about it.
pretty good.
I assumed when I saw it that it was about Jaime Lannister. Am I wrong?
Um,
Or is that a spoiler? Like, you not say that?
no, it's not
you-
as far as I know.
Okay. When does it take place in the timeline of Game of Thrones? Could you tell me that much?
A century before the events of Game of Thrones.
Got it. Okay. All right. Wait, so the Mad King is in power?
As far as I know, yeah. I'd have to read it or look it up a little bit more.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just like super deep. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the main reasons like why a lot of people
Oh.
don't like watch Game of Thrones because they're like it's so dense. Like I don't know who the
It
fuck
is
half these
incredibly
people
dense.
are. So,
Yeah. No, it's insanely dense.
yeah.
So I don't blame you. Cool. I'm glad that's good. Might check that out at some point. But I also just not I'm watching Attack on Titan. I'm like, I just want to watch anime. I just might go back into a little anime binge. I don't know.
Down,
It's never a
brother.
bad time. Yeah. I never watched Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, which I heard was unreal. There's, unlimited amounts of anime that I want to check out. Just haven't. So good news is lots of new things to watch for me on that front. Anyway, I think that's majority of what I've seen and watched last week. Blake, did you get anything? Get to anything?
I don't think I caught anything this week. Been pretty busy here myself and the lady. So yeah, I'm trying to ballpark. I don't think I saw anything. Just sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't catch any new movies or even like go back to anything on TV. Sports in my standard podcast rotation.
Hear you.
That's it.
What podcasts do you listen to these days?
Funny enough, I just came across a movie podcast, a different movie podcast about a month ago. And it's Jadakiss and Styles P, and they're two rappers.
Sure.
And they have a movie
So
podcast
both of them.
with two other white New York guys who I don't think they're rappers at all. I think they just grew up in the same neighborhood as them. And it's one of the funniest movie podcasts ever. And you have like Jadakiss giving breakdowns of movies and how they explained like weapons and The Sixth Sense. It's just fucking hilarious. Is how they're explaining the movie. And then you get like some pretty good banter back and forth. So yeah, that's kind of my go-to there. There's a horror movie podcast I listen to a lot called Horror Movie Podcast. Then outside of that, Raw Room is a football podcast. And I do listen to Club 520, which is a basketball podcast. Those are kind of the four that I peter on for the most part. Then after that, it's just things I find interesting online. Too many hours on Reddit, man. According to my partner, too many hours on Reddit.
It sounds like she's not spending enough time on Reddit. You know what I mean?
So I would say I would use that rebuttal next time. Maybe you're just not spending enough time on Reddit.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go over well. Good luck.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully she'd hear that. Talk about master manipulation, right? So actually,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it
No. Yeah.
too much.
Have you
You're just not
considered that
doing it
maybe
enough.
you're not doing it enough? Yeah.
You might be the issue.
Yeah. That always works well. It's my go-to.
Yeah. Master manipulation is nothing better.
Yeah.
You spend too much time on Reddit, but it is not your savior.
Podcast wise, I just got into Smartless, which I'm pretty late to that show, but that's Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes, I think is his name. Who I'm not as familiar with, but that's Will and Grace dude from I've come to understand, Tyler.
What do they talk about on there? Is it just
So
movies or
it's
like pop
it's
culture
actually a
or
really
shit
cool
like that?
concept. And I guess they won an Emmy for this podcast, but they started during COVID, which same.
Of course.
And their kind of like shtick is that one of the three of them will invite a guest on, which is like one of their friends, and it's often a well-known celebrity, actor, director, whoever, musical artist, like that kind of thing. So one of them invites them on, and the other two don't know who the guest is going to be that day. So they'll do their little cold open intro and everything like that, and then one of them like gives a little biography of the guest that the other two are trying to guess as they give it, and then they introduce the guest, and then they have some of the most candid interviews that I've ever heard of celebrities. And I think it's a lot of it is just the barrier of media, being a media person or a journalist of some kind. Like there's no filter for the guests that they're having on the show. Like it is just kind of coworkers or your colleagues in the same industry kind of thing. And so they're talking much more casually than I've ever heard a lot of these actors and other people talk. So it's awesome. I knew of it and then kind of had never listened to it, and I threw it on the other day and I was like, wow, I was really enjoying that, and then just kept scrolling through and finding all these celebrities and actors and everybody that I like was interested in listening to, and just a ton of great conversations. They had Denny V on there. They had recently they had like Ricky Gervais, and they had Charlie XCX on not too long ago. Like, I don't know, just a ton of people. And I haven't gone back far enough. I mean, I'm sure they have almost anyone you could think of if they've been doing it now for 6 years. So they've only recently, I think when I listened to the Ricky Gervais episode, they said that's the first time one of the first times at least that they've repeated guests. So it doesn't seem like they do that super often. But I mean, it's hilarious too. They're all obviously really funny. Will Arnett and Jason Bateman are really funny people on their own, and then Sean Hayes is there. I feel bad for him sometimes because they just make fun of him a lot. Seems like he's just kind of the punching bag of the group, but he takes it like a champ. But
Justin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, perfect analogy. Yeah, he's just like Justin.
Nice.
Yeah. He's but they have a great dynamic. They're really good at the interview stuff, and like you just get to hear pieces of these people's lives that like I don't think would be revealed in many other settings. So it's pretty cool. I'd recommend checking it out, and just seeing if they have somebody that you think is interesting and hearing their conversation. But other than that, not much here. I think we can move on out of here. Thank you all for listening to this episode of Back Row Banter. If you made it this far, you're our favorite type of listener. We really, truly do appreciate it. If you want to do us a favor, you can help us grow by sharing this podcast with a friend, family member, fellow movie lover, or maybe if you know Mr. John Shaft, you can share it with him. I'm sure he'd enjoy this. Shaft. While you're doing that, you can follow us on Twitter at BanterRow, YouTube, or just Back Row Banter, and emails backrowbanterpod@gmail.com. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at H, that's AYYSH, and on Twitter, which I don't tweet on very often anymore, but that's H24 if you're interested there. Nathaniel, where can the people find you at, my man?
You could always find me on Letterboxd and Instagram, NathanielG92, and on Blue Sky. Blake?
Letterboxd, BlakeHolder on there, rating some things out of 5 stars. Yeah, that's all I got today. Brain fart. Ty?
You can find me on Instagram, Letterboxd, and X, all Tyler Vidals, Vidals. Yep, you know. A little bit of sick brain. I guess I wasn't really sick brain, but cold brain. But other than that, I think I'm the last one to sign off here. So, R.I.P. Mr. Vanderbeek. Thank you for everything that you've done for the industry and anybody that you've touched through your shows, movies, whatever it may be. And prayers and thoughts for your family. I know he had a wife and some kids, so always sad to see people left behind in the wake of things like death. Other than that, we love you, we appreciate you, and we'll BRB.
Super Bowl? You guys watch the Super Bowl? Just chat on that briefly.
I
Did
did
go as
not.
expected. Anybody watch it? Favorite commercials?
Good for you, man.
Halftime
Good for
shows?
you,
What
man.
do you guys think?
I knew Seahawks were gonna win. I thought that
Same.
was pretty
Yeah.
evident right off the bat. And unfortunately, you can't win games if you don't put points on the board. Your defense is out there holding top tier defense to field goals for fucking an entire half of football, and all you do is shit the bed. And you can't win games like that. So honestly, I don't really remember a ton of commercials because we didn't. I mean, like it was on, but it was just Leah and I at home, so we weren't really like totally paying attention. So
Right.
nothing too crazy really stood out.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on the commercial tip. There wasn't anything that really held my attention or memorable as years pass. As for the game, I agree with you. I think this is one of those years where the Seahawks have looked like one of the best, if not the best team the entirety of the year. And they were healthy the whole year. And it kind of went as expected, man. The Seahawks are a good team. So, yeah, I agree with you on that. Adam, Ty? Or, excuse me, Nathaniel, Adam?
I worked, so I did not
Okay.
see it, which was fine. I didn't really have much of a
You didn't miss much, man.
yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I didn't have much of a rooting interest in this one, and so I just didn't feel like watching it too much. So I didn't, and it was fine.
Yeah. Adam?
I watched it. Wish I hadn't. Just I think
Valid.
there's a
Very valid.
there's a meme going around or that got sent in my chat that was like a Scooby-Doo meme where they're unmasking the villain and it had the Super Bowl logo over the top where he's masked and they pull it off and it's Thursday Night Football.
Sure.
I thought was pretty funny because we've had
That's
some really
actually pretty
rough
funny.
Thursday night football games this year. But that's definitely what it felt like. And I had a feeling it was going to be like that, considering that I think the Seahawks definitely deserve to be there. I don't know if the Patriots did, but I don't know. Either way, I just kind of had a feeling of what kind of game we were in for, and that's pretty much what we got. Commercials definitely sucked. And I loved the halftime show. That was really all I cared about watching, and it was a good time.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. I don't know a lick of Bad Buddy music. Oh, not lyrically. Now, if I hear it sonically, I could be like, oh, I know this song, right? If that makes sense. But yeah, pleasantly surprised on how much Bad Bunny music I knew. That sounds very ignorant on my end.
Sure.
He's one of the largest artists in the world. But as he's playing the songs, I'm like, oh, I do know that song. Oh, I do know that song, right? It's one of those. But yeah, overall, I thought it was awesome. Set design's awesome. Had an actual live wedding. Fucking dope. Shout out to them.
Yeah, that is cool.
You know what I mean? Yeah. All good.
I thought it was solid. I like his music. I don't listen to it often just because, like, if I'm in the car, I'm not, I can't, I obviously, I don't speak Spanish, so, like, I don't understand the words, but, like, I love dancing to it and, like, love listening to it. But, like, when I'm listening to music, it's never a time where I'm like, let me put on Bad Bunny because I can really get into this right now.
Do you even dance
usually in the car? Briefly. Maybe, actually, not much. Not much, actually. I think we were chilling out on the patio.
Did you play any Bad
Nathaniel
Bunny?
did. Nathaniel was out there. He was.
Nathaniel's
If you had played Bad Bunny, actually, maybe I would have. But
I doubt it. I think you would have known less of him. No, I'm with you there, Blake. I don't listen to a ton of his stuff, so I definitely know it if I heard it, just because like I kind of know like his voice and his vibe, but I don't know. Really, I honestly couldn't even name a song.
Facts.
But to go along with your point, like, you know, it kind of sounds ignorant, but like music is just one of those things where it's like if you don't vibe to it or like listen to it, then it's not really anything that's like on your radar. And music is also very much like an algorithm. Like if you don't listen to it, then it's never gonna come up on anything that you listen.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of country I could show you that you would be like, I've never heard this. And I'm sure there's absolutely some hip hop stuff that you could show me that I'd be like, yo, I think I've sent you a couple things via Instagram.
Yeah,
You're
for
like,
sure.
I've never heard of this dude, but like, I'm down.
But it's dope. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, music's beautiful in that regard.
Facts. Music is dope.
absolutely.
This just in.
I also it didn't really feel like a Super Bowl either. Like even like
No.
the celebration at the end, like it just seemed very like lax, and it didn't have like that pop that like other Super Bowls have had in the past.
Yeah, I think the game not being particularly close kind of plays a role as well. And then, like, you think back last year, I think was the dud Super Bowl as well, when the Eagles just completely destroyed the Chiefs. So, like, we're past 2 years have been some pretty shitty Super Bowls to watch, right? Even if you're not a fan of the teams and you just want to watch football, they're like not compelling games at all. They're not interesting. So I hear you on that, man. Yeah, hopefully we can get something at least entertaining next year. You would hope you get a good game down to the wire or something.
Yeah, man, I'm looking for Green Bay, baby. Let's get them in. We have the least amount of free agents leaving, and the only two teams that have the same amount or less are the two teams that were just in the Super Bowl.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, man. And if
Weren't
we're
you-
healthy, we've got the team.
I was gonna say,
We've
weren't you just
absolutely got the
hurt
team.
though? Didn't you have like everyone's hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Packers
I
were pretty
wouldn't-
banged up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
they
say
were.
everyone, but yes, we were definitely getting banged up towards the end there.
Yeah.
a lot of key players.
And this isn't how like statistics or injuries work. Obviously, it's the opposite. They're more susceptible to be re-injured, but they're probably not going to catch the massive injury bug again next year, right? Like that's like if you had to go out on a limb and say so, like
You would
probably
hope
not.
so.
Their best player got hurt. You'd have to imagine he doesn't get hurt again next year, right? So I see what he's saying.
You would hope so.
Yeah.